What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It was met with absolute love and engagement, and everyone was happy with the choices, and it was totally not indicative of something that you would see on Disney Plus. Uh, all the jokes, I do love the memes, and I'll do the PG version of we got all the memes of I'm something of a Negro myself, Peter. Yeah, and I do love them. God bless. That, of course, means we got the reveal of Harry Osborn. This is a man. They call him Harry, and they use male pronouns. This is supposed to be a man, even though everyone thought this was going to be trans Harry Osborn for all the obvious reasons. I mean, dear God, do you have shoulder pads in your suit there, Harry? Uh, Very 80s. And of course, all the jokes now are being made. These are not real pictures, but of course, we've got some looks of what we think their Mysterio could look like. Oh, very happy with the Doc Ock here. This is the type of inclusion we need. I do hope they continue on in this vein. And then, of course, I mean, I hate to say something's a conspiracy, but it's a lot of growing evidence of the redheads and what happens to them. I don't know. I don't know. I can't be imagining it. And of course, JJ Jameson, J. Jonah Jameson, shout out. Again, these aren't the actual looks. And we do get, to be fair, at the end, you get to see like what his actual costume might look like. That's all fine. You know, the first one is horrible, and that's fine. It's always got to go into a more classic look. Either way, though, people are not exactly happy about this, and we've got the showrunner out here attempting to explain how it's going to be different and presumably why we would like it. So Jeff Trammell is the showrunner for, of course, Disney Plus, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, attempting to explain what sets it apart. So he had this interview rather with Animation Magazine. Trammell pointed to the show's art style, saying the Spider-Verse's films are so incredible and convey so many different styles that it was honestly a little tough to find one that allowed us to visually separate ourselves until we really decided to lean in on that classic early comic book era Spider-Man style. Fine with that. And remember, they also said they were going to originally do this in the MCU in the first year of Peter Parker in the MCU, but they basically were handcuffed. They couldn't use any of the actual villains that they wanted, the rogue gallery that they wanted. Looking at John Romita and Steve Ditko as inspiration, then being able to modernize that style, thanks to artists like our lead character designer, Leo Romero, allowed us to really plant our pride flag, in a style that feels like a moving comic book. Yeah, and I don't have a problem with the animation style, just some of their design choices. Yeah, it's hard to imagine John Romita or Steve Ditko making Harry Osborn look like a black lesbian. Trammell discussed how he was completely reinventing characters. Other characters are appearing in this setting for the first time or have been completely reimagined, like Norman Osborn. They made him black. When figuring out a new spin on a classic character, I usually write up how I picture them and share a bit of their story arc, as well as a few words that really capture the core values of how we see them across the board. So, powerful, tech magnet, corrupt, and evil, and you thought, make him a black man. Shout out, bro. I appreciate that. From there, we work with our character designers to create something new, but still retain familiarities that allow them to feel reminiscent of their classic versions. Oh, this Harry Osborn, so reminiscent of his original version. This Norman Osborn, so reminiscent. Oh boy, something of a scientist myself. Um, Other characters appearing in the setting for the first time or completely reimagined. Yeah. From there, we work on our character designs to create something new but still retain familiarities. Uh, We've all experienced self-doubt, the uncomfortable feeling of both wanting to be cool and well-liked, but also wanting to go unnoticed at the same time for fear of feeling embarrassed. Peter's humanity is what makes Spider-Man interesting. He's still learning whether he's 14 or 35. That's why digging into Peter, who Peter is and who his support system is, has always been the most fascinating part of his journey to me. Peter Parker has many friends over the years, but Peter and Nico Manuro as best friends, that's new, that's unique. Who the fuck is Nico Whatever. Uh, that immediately changes your perception of the world because it changes Peter's perception as well. The same goes, yeah, and I do believe the Asian chick with the blue hair is supposed to be Mary Jane. Yeah, holy hell. I'm not excited for this whatsoever. Just really not at all. Apparently no one else is. I don't know. It's got it does have more likes. It's not ratioed. You can see here 36,000 downvotes to 161,000. So some people seem to be interested in it. I don't know. So far, the best thing that Disney Plus has released has been season 1 of X-Men 97. And I just don't think this is going to come anywhere close to that. But maybe you do. Either way, you let me know what you think about all this. Do you care that Norman Osborn has been race swapped, that multiple people have been race swapped? Or who cares? Who cares, bigots? You just want the same story told over and over again? I don't know. That's normally the argument I hear. Either way, let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
Well, bye.